Let's see. What up, everybody, friends? I'm back. I'm back with another video, but this time I'm back with One Piece. 3 years later. Oh, God. I can't believe it's been that long. I'm so sorry for those of you waiting. I didn't realize it's been that long. I really am sorry if you've been waiting for those reviews. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I knew it was going to take a while. So I'm reviewing the Alabasta arc of the One Piece anime. Or some people call it the Alabasta arc, as the Roman says it. Again, that might be the Funimation mistranslation though. Alabasta, I don't know. I think the Funimation had improved by then. It wasn't the days of Dragon Ball when they quite a few mistranslations of words. Like, it's over 9,000! You know that one. Did you know that one of the characters is played by Piccolo's voice actor? I am not kidding. Piccolo's PA is in the anime. I didn't even know that. Goku, Piccolo, Krillin. Like, what's next? Vegeta? Bulma? Master Roshi? Say this bad. It's really cool. There's a lot of crossover between voice actors. There's Mayumi Tanaka was one of them playing Krillin on Dragon Ball before this series. She also played Kurama in Yu Yu Hakusho, but again, Krillin's so famous one, or Kuririn in Japanese. Again, his name was a mistranslation. I can't, it's been for years. I thought I could watch the movie before this. But it was released during this arc, so. And it's the only time we have 6 members of the crew. It's the only One Piece content story to have 6 members of the crew. And I have a gripe with one portion. I'm not good at judging myself, but I do have one gripe. And I'll get there. By a delay. Hey, we're on. I may do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Get the next arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters out. Well, then I only have 2 more arcs to get through. Now the filler and the last canon. Oh, sorry, the last canon arc. I also plan to finish up Naruto. The original Naruto. Go through the filler arcs properly. Because I'm not gonna redo the reviews. I want to review them in Japanese. Too late for that now. It will take way too long. I'm really pretty good down in Shippuden. So, next time review that, it'll be on canon material. So, anyway, what do I do? Let's get into the review. So, the story just opens up again. Journey into Alabasta as always. Come on, Johnny, see these arcs. Again, just travel those locations. Now, this arc is 39 episodes long. It goes from episodes 92 to 130 to 130. I'm not joking. That's how long this arc was. Initially, it was going to go stop at 129, but yeah, the way it ended, so I went on up to 130. So. Anyway, if you want to watch the entire series dubbed, at least if you live in the UK, and watch it on Netflix with the releasing remasters, or just watch the official dub, or just watch it dubbed on BBC iPlayer, alongside Naruto Shippuden, Boruto, Dragon Ball Super, which is an edited version, sadly, so I'm getting the uncut version. You either have to buy DVDs or watch it on Crunchyroll. Big DVDs, over the last 3 years, I managed to collect all the current releases of the One Piece on DVD. No joke. I got like 39, I think, collections. Currently on the Warner, currently the collections are still releasing on the Warner arc. The Elba arc is currently airing in season releases. And weirdly enough, Pokemon's going to be doing the same thing after Horizons ends. I'm not kidding. But I don't know why, actually. Is it a financial reason? Oh, come on. Of course, it always makes bank. I don't know what the reason was. It must be have a reason. Maybe consistent quality? I don't know. But imagine he moved from Studio OM. Like he did in Zero 11. Well, not really change animation studios, the anime, because the anime cutscenes from this way OM prior. But Richard Road has Studio Mappa, which is also doing the anime cutscenes of Persona 4 Revival. Mappa! Is everything alright? Please stop overworking your fucking animators. Give them breaks so the consistent quality can keep up. Don't overwork them. Do what Piero's doing. It gives us animators some breaks. Make sure you have, but also running consistent quality. Anyway, a few episodes of this arc are quite filler, which ends at episode 102. So again, anyway, then I'm encountering in a man named Bon Clay. Ooh, just as weird. He's a devil fruit user as well. He uses the clone food. Whenever he touches someone, he can, by using the hand he touches them with, by using his right hand, he can change his appearance to that person, not just in face, but in body too, as he demonstrated in Nami's body. Also, the Alabasta arc also received a movie adaptation a few years later, which was the first movie to get official official Western release. Now, I'll be covering that when we get to the respective episodes of the anime it takes place, all written down in this book. Elevation, I guess. After his crew come to pick him up, they reveal his name, Mr. 2. That shocks everyone. Of course, he did. So, well, yeah, I'll prefer to as Mr. 2, because that's what he's been called. But once everything's over, but as said in that, yeah. So, yeah. At point, Shanti was in the kitchen at this point. So, that will come point later. But as always, it's a good they run into him now. Now they can plan. Yes, you can imitate any other, so we have to be careful. So they place bandages on their arms. We'll send off on the ship. Also sent off when they arrive at the worst part of Alabasta. The Navy are also here, Smoker and Tashiki chasing after them. Now I'm going to cut down a lot of stuff to get to the big points. So, a lot of traveling around will be cut, and I won't be explaining much about the filler episodes either. It's the filler. So, yeah, it turns out someone else was looking for Luffy. We found out a little bit later he's a pirate named Portgas the Ace. Or Portgas the Trace in the 4Kids dub. Yeah, I understand some names being changed or violence, but why was his name changed? Was it like copyright or something? I don't understand that. And he also says that his fucking tattoo. His tattoo it has text, yes, but it just spells Ace with the S cut out. That just baffles me. I'm just baffled. He's a member of the Whitebeard Pirates, a powerful group of pirates led by a man named Whitebeard. We'll learn more about this later down the line. After his whole things, we find out he's actually Luffy's brother. No, he's actually played by Piccolo's actor. That's actually pretty cool. Well, playing enemy to friend to playing the brother of the protagonist. This guy gets around. Granted, I didn't recognize it because I don't watch Dragon Ball in Japanese much, but that's what I'm doing these days. Watching in Japanese, so I'm more familiar with the Japanese cast. Still got a long way to go. It's still the original Dragon Ball, but I'm still on the Red Ribbon Army portion of the story. But just get for those two, and a few more, then a third tournament arc, which is Tension, then the Piccolo, then the final arc of the original Dragon Ball anime. Is I think that's all of it. Well, at least they're not. Well, those two of them are not that long, so I'll be able to breeze through them. Anyway, after getting back to the ship, meeting the crew, Ace means what he's been after. He's after a man named Blackbeard, who was also a member of his crew, of Whitebeard's crew. And Whitebeard's crew was so big, they have a separate division. They have a second division led by Ace. But what's pretty interesting, their brothers, why do they have different names? Pork Gus and Monkey D. Yet they both have D in their names. I don't know what the mystery is. Anyway. He's heading to Yuba, which is where the Garen's also headed. So he travels with them for a bit. Which isn't the case in the manga. In the manga, he buggers off after destroying the ships and doing something to the crew. So I don't know why they kept it around. I just know why, but we're getting a stretch of filler for a bit. Alabasta wants a beautiful country place. Doing because of that bastard's Bastard Crocodile. Super from filler episodes. They're just bizarre anyway. Well, good comedy though moments. And well, forgot to mention actually. I probably forgot to mention this might be on that arc, but in the Logan arc is when the series started. It was when the series began the whole splitting the crew up thing, which I understand. I understand why that's a common trend these days for the series, because they have because they have a lot of characters and it's hard to write all of them together during the story. So it makes sense to have to split up in specific portions. So yeah, I understand that part. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm getting Chop. This is the first arc where Chopper is a member of the crew. So, you forgot he joined the crew last arc. So he's playing really nicely. And this stretch of they say goodbye to Ace. And to Yuba. Toto. But before that, flashback. He's the partner, by the way, of BB's childhood friend, Koza. A rebellious kid, but a kind heart. And she condenses a lot of his backstory, so it was a good backstory. And even get a scarf protecting her from crooks as a child. In a friendship. And Vince that's not happened. She mentions that the leader of the rebels they search for is Koza. So, anyway, it's what he meant Toto. It was sticking full of waters. He used to give up. The coach's cardboard. I mean, the guys I spend the night there. Louis has a nice conversation with the guy. And after that, get feel refreshed. And head off to where Crocodile's base is. I don't know where his base is again. Sorry. Also, Luffy's been a lot more careful with the water he has. Basically, even though he kept splurging on water before, showing he does respect. He respects that man did. So yeah, he urged by some more. Such a great moment for Luffy's character. And basically, Luffy and BB have a bit of a conflict. And it's Luffy's way. Okay. Basically telling BB she's always realized she should stairs as well. They're friends. Or something like that. Such a great moment. You know, Crocodile has a meeting with the main members of Baroque Works. The remaining numbers. Mr. T, Bon Clay. Mr. Also got Mr. Four, his partner, Miss Merry Christmas. Mr. 5 and his partner, Miss Doublefinger. No, wait. Mr. 1, sorry. I got a mixed up with the actual I forgot about him, actually. The Bugabon guy. I forgot about him. I think he's dead. Like, they mentioned earlier that Bon Clay was hunting for Mr. Free, who actually shows up. That's when Crocodile finds out a lot of things. Mr. Free was the one who was following the Transformers Snail. But, which Sanji, of course, is not Sanji. And that's when he learned the other crews about Usopp and Chopper. Of course, like I said, Sanji was in the back. So, yeah. It's a lost. So the camera by location. It's still getting split up. I can't remember what Sanji and Chopper were doing. But Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, and Nami, and got chased by Smoker in the casino. I got being trapped by Crocodile. Ulea catch a BB. We also introduced two members. So we've got Pell, Chaka, and King Cobra. And there's enough. Chaka and Pell have devil fruits. I think it's called the bird fruits. Or a tweet fruit in Four Kids style. And I think his Chaka's was called the dog fruit. But that's not be able to a little bit later. So yeah. As we'll learn Missile Sunday's devil fruit power. The flower fruit. Or the Hana no Mi. Interesting enough, 4 Kids kept the word Hana, which means flower in Japanese. Timmy Catcher, her Mr. So Crocodile reveals his plans. He's trying to use he set up this whole war between the rebels and the Royal Cat Palace. And King Cobra's gone missing. And he's using Bon Clay to impersonate him, give him a bad name. To stop. Also, by the way, we assume he killed Mr. Free. But after Crocodile leaves, after getting called from Mr. Prince, which is Sanji, I recommend check out Randaz Talks anime video series about what changes Walkers made to the series. And some bizarre changes they made, stuff they did. Like, for no freaking reason. Alright, with a little help, Mr. Free, the crew escape. Now, Raven's got to talk to the rebel leader, so they must head, since they're no longer in Yuba, they're in a different location in Kaba. So they head next, which is actually where they are, actually. Yeah, but inside by Crocodile, so Luffy stays back to burn up against him. But fails as he's stabbed in the chest. We also learn Miss All Sunday's real name, Nico Robin. So yeah, Luffy slayed the dead as Crocodile goes. Yeah, he's saved by Robin? Why would she save him? I think she said something like Willow D. I think she's more intrigued by Luffy, that's why she saved him. I don't know. So yeah, Pao, who was injured too, out rescues Luffy. They have some of the rest of the story for a while. As he again give up, well, Baby goes to talk to the rebel leader, rebels. The rest of the crew face off against the rest of the remaining members of Baroque Works' top numbers. Whole situation happens. It was like getting knocked unconscious by Mr. T. My Mr. 2 now impersonating him. But it turns out what's on the other branches was a cross. That way is a double countermeasure. Smart. So yeah. Baby's in trouble, so Karu, who was injured from being trampled because Baby failed because of Baroque sabotage, he runs, slightly injured. So he was a great character in this arc. Looks like done for, but lucky Sanji comes in to save the day. After waking up Usopp to tell him to go help Chopper. It was by Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas. Nami and Zoro are confronted by Mr. 1 and Miss Doublefinger. And these are the fights for the story. The first fight we focus on is Usopp and Chopper versus Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas. Miss Merry Christmas has a double fruit. The Momo fruit. She can transform into a mole to dig tunnels. And Mr. 4 has incredible strength to wield a very heavy bat with explosive balls from a devil fruit. Yeah, all just getting devil fruits now. That's incredible. Top battle, they're both getting injured, but they managed to win with Chopper's home point. As the two are defeated. Next up, Sanji versus Mr. 2. Sanji initially struggles because his love for women. And then I'll come back to bite him in the ass in a later arc. Goodbye. But in the end, he defeats Mr. 2. It's all respect, for mercy, and very respect for each other. Next up, we get Nami's fight against Miss Doublefinger with her new weapon, the Climb Attack. Interesting enough, what fandom said, when the Climb Attack debuted in the manga, when it's on a color page list, it was brown, it was red. But the anime changed it to blue, and near the color pages with the Climb Attack was changed to match the anime. There's a video of Chopper as well. There's a video, I think by Grand Line Reviews, I can't remember what channel it was, talking about Chopper's mascot. Chopper becoming the mascot of the franchise. Good man, Mon Chopper is cute, but I do prefer the original design he debuted with. I don't know. I like that more. On the original art style. That's just my personal preference, buddy. So yeah, a little bit of comedy. Nami managed to win as a Climb Attack. Also, his power checks works for her navigation skills. And then Zoro battles Mr. 1, where Zoro learns to cut iron. So the main members of the Baroque Works are down. All that's left is Crocodile. And King Cobra now pinned up. If you want to see that, Koza also sees that. Does it not? And, well, as this one that ends up getting shot. byproduct was this guy's who infiltrated both rebels and royals. Goes in the war. And it's like crocodiles might kill BB. But luckily, Belle and Luffy come in to save her, returning to the story after quite a few episodes. As Luffy battles Crocodile once again, but still struggles even though he knows his weakness. But technically this battle still on goals, even though Luffy was dehydrated briefly, or Crocodile escapes. That fight's still technically ongoing as Luffy chases after him. So technically it's one fight, not a round. Still round 2. Well, also as revealed there's a bomb hiding somewhere that fire into the town square and destroy everyone in a 5-kilometer radius. People will die. So the rest of the crew, along with BB, investigate, find it. Managed to find it, which is being done by Mr. Seven and Miss Father's Day. I don't understand with the naming schemes. Even some of these female agents are broke words. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think they're freaking holidays. The only sensible one is Miss Doublefinger, because of her double food ability. It serves her. So why didn't I just say it's kind of bizarre? So Oda has a weird sense of naming when it comes to some villains. Anyway, after that, they find managed to solve the bomb, but now it's got to turn myself pal, and it's second my son's life, dying in the explosion. In motion. All is going on. Luffy has his rematch against Crocodile. Crocodile double-crossed Nico Robin, stabbing her. You know Luffy has poison in the system. He still vows to beat Crocodile and managed to do it. Alright, unique technique, Gum Storm. And Crocodile's defeated. It's an iconic moment. So I'll talk about the movie version at some point, because it condensed a lot of the chapters from the manga, like some of the early portions of when they arrived at the station. Oh, I forgot to mention. Early on they met Kung Fu Dugons. Yeah. They were funny, but they sort of return a later filler arc. But that's far into the future. So now. Luffy. So yeah. And BB's cries managed to seem to resonate the sky as a rain comes down. But there's a lot of stuff I didn't mention, I forgot to mention, but yeah, I'll keep this video down. And I've mentioned a lot of stuff. So go watch the anime version on 39 episodes, or read the manga, which is a bit longer to the chapter count. So if you got a bit open day, I would read the manga or watch the anime. So yeah. It starts raining after rain returns to Alabasta for 3 years. Forgot to mention that. Due to Crocodile's weakness being water. And also you're seen as a hero. And the reason that I'm helping out, Smoker kind of found out the whole thing. Tell Tsuki to follow as a justice. And she realized she couldn't do anything. So, yeah, that's why she asked the Marines to help out Straw Hats for this one. And Ibby's words reached everyone. Of course, they don't understand everything, it's still mad. But they're calmed down by Chaka, who managed to survive his battle against was Crocodile earlier, I mentioned it before. More of a one-sided fight. And Igaram, who's still alive. Well, any explanation? Come on, Oda. Give an explanation of how they fucking survived. Don't pull a Toriyama. Well, not really pull a Toriyama. What I mean is, like, don't pull a Yakuza, sorry. Don't pull Yakuza. As you know, the Yakuza franchise is infamous for bringing back characters who died. And not in ambiguous ways either, like full on died. Like take a guy who had a bullet shot on his head, yet somehow returned. Like two people fell in the building, what they are somehow alive. Like what the hell? They don't want to kill the count. They don't want the characters to be dead, perma-dead. And why not kill them off in ambiguous ways? That's just they can't be. That might still suggest they can come back. So I hope Oda's not gonna keep doing this. He's gotta give explanations. Always like you asking, how the fuck did he survive that? So yeah, and he goes words. Everyone's calmed down again. Peace returns. Baby probably realizes her father. Straw Hats and up to the castle. As Baby and about to go give a speech, the crew pass up from the injuries and exhaustion. Marines help Jewel to catch them, but she told them no. Sounds like I found her character. So yeah, Straw Hats goes on recovery time. And at the palace. A lot of good moments with these characters. So meanwhile, we're introduced to another Marine named Hina. And it turns out full body, and we introduced to full body and Django. Remember those two? Well, we don't. I think they just added for the anime. I don't think they're in the manga. Remember Django the Hypnotist? Who's actually played by the same actor as Bon Clay? That guy played 3 separate characters in the same series, and no one acknowledged it. And you know, saying, "Oi, why do you sound like that one person I know?" So, how did Django become a Marine? So weird. Again, I think it's filler. They're not in the manga. Don't think they repeat in the manga. So also when Luffy got his first bounty, which is downplayed for some reason. So Luffy. So, and the other call from Bon Clay, who has taken a ship, so they have to go meet him. So Marines are actually, well, mainly because Marines are surrounding the ship. So Ina's got a plan to capture them. So Bon Clay helps them escape. Baby's still confused what to do. So they tell her Mina select a place tomorrow if she wants to go join them on their adventures. Permanently. Now you. Sorry. So after that, Baby spends the night thinking about it. Next day, she makes a speech to everyone. Also talk to her friends. Makes you saying she can't go. What happened to Bon Clay? Well, he impersonated Straw Hats temporarily to get off their back. Also has a devil fruit called the cage fruit. Basically, when a body touches something, it can become something to trap them in. Now that's one hell of a devil fruit, suitable for a Marine. So yeah. Anyway, this speech, we get one of the most iconic scenes. When the Straw Hats do this with their arms, showing the X marks on them, saying this, mentioned earlier, it's a symbol of their friendship. Such a great moment as we are plays in the background briefly. As the final episode opens where we left off, with Memory starting to play the first ending. Such a heartfelt moment. It's also that Pell's still alive. Somehow. To this day, never explained. So yeah, explanations go out the window. Well, maybe ignorance without which time was explained in the manga. I don't know. But I know Pal's explanation never got an explanation of how he survived a fucking bomb. Like, I don't know how he survived an explosion like that. It would kill anyone in a 5 kilometer radius. Yet he survived. Was it his devil fruit? It's just bizarre. Was it when the devil fruit show up somewhere? If he actually did die? Did you even feel that? Oh. After the escape from the police, turns out they got an unexpected passenger on board. Miss All Sunday, aka Nico Robin. Basically, she wants to join Luffy's crew. Basically, Luffy, he also was saving her. And she's an archaeologist and such an unsearched world for those phonographs she saw that was in the Alabasta contains some hidden meaning. This episode was a bit more comedic. With how crew are trying not to trust her. Wait, it makes sense. Now, this would be a bit of a surprise. And it was inspired midway through the arc. What I mean. So, opening 3, it should have aired at the beginning of episode 131. You know, or at least create a first version of it. But for whatever reason, it aired at episode 116. That's midway through the arc. Don't get the arc ends at 130. So people kind of spoiled of Robin joining the crew while the arc was still ongoing. Like, what the fuck? Who approved that? Like, sure, that could be actually fixed on stuff like Crunchy on DVDs. They moved the opening to after Robin's revealed to be part. After Robin joins the crew. It just baffles me that he decided an opening midway through an arc that spoils a character appearing. And we find that opening 3 airing around that time. And they created a first grade 2 versions to avoid spoilers. That way, episode 130 could have actually aired the second version. And now they just aired a single version that spoiled Robin joining the crew. That's next level stupid. That's the one thing you don't want to do. When someone's watching an anime, say this for the first time, you want to know who joins, I want to see who next joins. They'll be spoiled of a character who's commonly a villain in the arc to join. Yeah, it kind of bugs me that they do this, but that was the Alabasta arc. As up next, we're going for a bunch of filler for a while. We've got quite a few filler arcs to go through, which is what the 4 Kids dub ended on when we get to the giant Skypiea arcs. So, if you guys watching, enjoy my content, please thumbs up button, want to see more, subscribe, channel, notification bell, do videos coming in the future. Let's go next time for all the post-Alabasta filler arcs. Keep Phoenix out.